So our offense is really, really, really good right now. And defensively, we got some guys. The returning guys have not stepped up and assumed the leadership. You know, Ian's been hurt, Spence has been hurt, Whitney hasn't done it yet. So it's been a lot of the coaches having to try to lead. So that's been the hard thing for us is you're coaching and you're leading and you're pressing them, and so it's you know, it takes a lot of energy to get them to do all that, because it's not being done from within. And then so our offense has success and it becomes a snowball. And you know, last Wednesday we got after them and we laid it on the line and we showed we could do it, and we just haven't done it as regularly as we need to since then.
You're preparing for the whole season rather than the spread,
Well,
too, right?
I think I did more of that last year, because that's what I was used to doing. You know, I think that the demands here are to try to be as perfect as you can for every practice. And so what human nature has you do is you're trying to prepare for that practice, to be perfect for that practice, and to get your guys the best you can for that practice. And maybe, you know, I lost sight of the long-range goals, which you get ready for the season, which I had always done. So we're kind of trying to get back to that a little bit.
Can people expect a jump from your defense from what's been going on here to the regular
season?
Well,
you know what? I think we did a good job up until about last Thursday. Then we steadily, you know, and we didn't do a bad job in the scrimmage Saturday. We started off okay. And yesterday in the third down thing, we were 6 out of 8. And the first defense had one drive where the second offense got a drive going, and we had a whole bunch of twos and stuff in there, so it was a little bit deceiving. You know, Trulon wasn't in there, Steve Ho wasn't in there, Keem Spence wasn't in there, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, what's disappointing is that the guys that we were trying to develop for depth haven't come along as much as we wanted to. So we've got to keep pressing those guys, or we're not going to reach our goals, and none of us want to fall short of our goals, which is to develop some depth so we can play more guys.
Are you as discouraged as you seem?
I hope I don't seem discouraged. Hopefully I seem tired. I mean, that's worked pretty hard in practice.
So was after practice, the end of practice, was that trying to get these guys to
Well, it's something we did every day last year, and again, I didn't do it because I didn't want to wear them down during camp. Coach has said we wanted to try to keep them fresh, and you know, so that was the goal, was to try to keep them somewhat fresh. And yeah, I just seeing that we're not doing some of the things we need to do as far as running the ball and tempo and somewhat, and we got to get ready for that. So that's what that is, and we've been doing that last few days.
Are there certain bright spots that you're trying to latch onto and trying to build?
Well, I'm not, you know, I'm just trying to see the big picture. I'm not being glum and I'm not being negative. I just know that we're not where we need to be, although we have a lot of belief in our players. So there's not a lack of confidence. There's not a lack of anything, except, you know, we're trying to get the 22 guys that can play plus about 5 or 6 more. And, you know, when you're competitive as we are as coaches, we're upset when we're not reaching our goals. I didn't say we're not doing well or not having some good plays or this or that. I'm just saying we don't have 25, 30 guys ready to play like we wanted to.